Hey guys, welcome to the Cars and Health Bars podcast. Of course, you see we are in a studio today, and I just want to first start out by thanking Seven Mountain Media, the Beaver. If you're local, you know the Beaver is 96.7 and Woohoo for allowing us to rent their studio for today's episode of the Cars and Health Bars podcast.
Yeah, big shout out to them. This is a nice studio they got
Very,
here.
very, very, very professional. It's definitely we're out of our element here, but we're here. Also, top of the show, I do want to say that this weekend, of course, we had a big car meet, Cars and Coffee. Of course, we talked about it last episode. So, with this being, a different episode, definitely expect that bracket episode to be next weekend. Next week's episode is going to be that bracket of that Bowling Green Cars and Coffee. So that's very exciting.
We might need to do like a whole Ford bracket, just all the Ford employees, just have them face off.
Yeah, I mean, we got tons of stories on how that was such a fun weekend. If you guys wasn't there, you missed out, and definitely come to the next one if you can. That was, that was so much fun. Like, that's probably the most fun I've ever had at a Cars and Coffee.
That was good.
Just because of the crew that we had. And Tyler was even like, man, that wasn't even that organized.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I mean, for what we threw together, I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure.
But, I just want to go ahead and get into this episode. So kind of us living in South Central Kentucky, the southern side of the U.S., we definitely see our fair share of some different vehicles, I would say.
Yeah, some Florida man activities.
Florida man vehicles for sure. I posted on Snapchat, shout out to the Snapchat crew, question if you had any cars off the top of your head that you've had experiences with like that. And of course, good friend Zach Belding's like, have you ever heard of the Redneck Rave? I'm like, yep. I almost went to one time, but he's like, man, there was a minivan there, and these guys had cut the whole entire top off that thing and just was mud cruising in that thing, man.
Big old jumbo Willie Bobs.
I'm sure. He didn't get into detail, but you could just only imagine. But that's kind of what we wanted to get into, is like, whenever somebody in our area gets money, what do they do with it whenever it comes to cars? How creative do people get?
So you got one of two options. Either they take their car they already had and they modify it, or they go out and buy a new car.
Yeah.
And if it's the car they already had, it looks like Exhibit has took his hand and Pimp My Ride wand just... Toosh.
I love the cars that look like somebody got their check and went to AutoZone.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, they just bought the cool decal, like the tribal decal.
The hood scoop that goes to nothing.
A roof scoop.
Yeah, roof scoop too. Man, I'll never forget, kind of what even made me want to do this topic was, there was an El Camino, and I was like, I love an El Camino. I'm going to look into this. So, I'm like, why is the engine in the rear? Yeah. And I just imagine a guy being like, I don't even want to pop the hood. I want them to already know what I got. Like, it's right there in the bed for the world to see.
Yes, sir. Fuel tank right below it.
God, like, I just, how much work it probably went into just doing that instead of a regular swap. Like, he went all out.
Yeah, he probably had to relocate the fuel tank to the hood, like under the hood.
Yeah, I wonder what he did. If it's like, you might as well go all-wheel drive at that point if you're going all out.
You probably could. Just like Subi swap it if you get the wheelbase.
Yeah. Also, I saw this, a funny place to find these is Marketplace, of course.
Yeah.
Like, I'll never forget. I saw, it wasn't that long ago, actually. I'm always looking for gas savers, and Smart Car popped up. I'm like, all right, Smart Car. It was camo wrap, too. And I get to looking, and dude's got, like, some mud clawers on there, dude. It's, like, all beat up. You couldn't tell because it's camo wrap.
Was it like a 14-inch wheel still, or?
No, it was on, like, a 15.
Had blocks.
Yeah. That thing was crazy, dude.
So I'm trying to think. I think the Grand Caravan is one of the top offenders of Florida man vehicles.
Yeah.
You always see one just clapped out. And it doesn't matter what's done. It's like it's hauling a family like 6. And it's just like tires are showing wire. And he's just put some decals on it. Probably put a K&N intake on it.
Yep.
And some straight pipes.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I got my tax return. This is what I'm doing.
Apparently, a big thing that people are doing is taking their doors off their vehicles, like Jeeps. Yeah. I didn't know about that. My coworker was like, yeah, my buddy had a Power Wagon, had no doors on it. I was like, all right.
I know one guy I used to work with. He bought a brand new Jeep. He couldn't even afford it. He got repoed for even a few months, but he took doors off.
Oh my God.
It's just what you do if you own a Jeep in this area.
Yeah. I can understand a Jeep, but like a random vehicle, like I guess if you got an off-road truck, it's, okay. But man, just like a random, if I just see like a Civic going down the road with no doors and be like, what happened?
I feel like the most Mopar, the most redneck thing to do is get a Mopar when you come into money. You're going to go get that 71 TA.
Yep.
And it probably going to have a 318, maybe an inline 6 in it. They ain't going to do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
They're just going to leave it like it is.
Yep.
I'd be getting me a Superbird. I'd be like Joe Dirt.
Nah, yes, sir. Man, the more and the more I see El Caminos, I want one so bad. Like,
yeah.
Golly, they're so nice. I mean, that is the peak of what that, lifestyle is down here. El Camino.
El
man.
Ranchero, too.
Yeah.
I almost think it's more redneck.
Yeah, it's right there with it for sure. What about the boats? Like just something that just randomly popped up on like a rabbit hole that I went down. But these boats that have like V8 strapped to the back of them instead of a traditional marine engine.
Big block Chevy.
Yeah, open header, dude.
Yeah. Could you imagine like some guy pulling off from the port and like your kid sitting there? He's just gonna be like, "What is that?"
It's just hitting the lick so much. It's just doing this in the water.
About to sink over.
Yeah. I know I seen a video on Facebook of this dude was in those big pontoons with like it's probably like a 450 engine on the back, and he's like talking so much crap. He's like, "What are you gonna do? You gonna like race me for pink slips?" And this dude's over here in a John boat with a V8 on it. He's like, he just walked the dog with him, man.
Did he actually want to race him?
Wow,
yeah, that is crazy.
He like they left the no wake zone. I guess the guy was messing around. The guy in the John boat was like, "I ain't playing. I'm gonna run you down, homie."
Yeah, thinking of boats and rednecks with money, I think of you hit the lottery. The first thing you do is go buy that Walmart fishing aisle out. You go to this whole sporting goods area. You're like, I'll take one of everything.
You buy a U-Haul just to fit that whole aisle in there.
You got 2 U-Hauls outside, the big one, not the little one. You got the big one.
Yeah, the one that's on like a semi-chassis. Yeah.
Got an international in it.
That is a funny topic. What would we do if we like won the lottery? I feel like I'd do some stupid stuff like that. I'd definitely
I'd probably be hitting BTR up first day.
Yeah.
And Campbell Chevrolet, first place I'm going to go. C8 Z06 on order.
Yeah, but wouldn't part of you want to buy something like insane, like a John boat with a V8 on it, or like something out of the ordinary?
I might jack my S10 up on like a old K20 frame and put some jumbo Willy Bobs on it.
Willy Bobs, yeah. Part of me just wants like Haney's truck so bad. The more and the more I look at it, that truck is so nasty for what it is. Like an old body style S10 with an LSA. Like that is crazy.
It's like a redneck came into money with that thing because like he don't maintain it.
He got a screwdriver as an antenna.
He's like, I change the oil once every 12,000 miles.
Oh my God.
Even more than that. He probably at 12,000 right now in it.
I eat up with dents every time he gets mad. He hauls off and hits it. Like
they had a rock hit the windshield and shatter a corner of it, so it's just like
he don't even care.
Fender's already been busted up, so he wrote junk in it with a screwdriver. That's rednecks with money for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, what about LS Swap lawnmower? We saw that at LS Fest, dude.
LS Swap mail van.
Yeah, the mail van. That thing is a lot of fun too. He comes to almost. I didn't see him last year at LS Fest, but that guy, that big respect for that. I mean, that thing don't weigh nothing.
I think that'd be a cool swap, but I don't know how you get your hands on one of those because it's a government vehicle and they're supposed to crush them. I'm pretty sure.
What, a mail truck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not like, I don't think they are vend like a normal car or nothing. I don't know who manufactures them, but I think some of them are on S10 frames actually.
Really? It would make sense. They are really short.
Yeah. So if it is, I mean, that's an easy swap. You already got an aftermarket for that.
Yeah, you just got to buy the shell to go on top. That's some Wreckfest stuff right there.
Yeah, pretty much. Got the slam van.
The slam van, yeah. I think that is what I would do if I got money and wanted to LS swap something, just like something super out of the ordinary.
If I got money, I know what I'd do. I'd start my own Wreckfest server in my backyard. I'd just
God!
Everyone bring your shit box. I'm making a dirt track and we're gonna run them, and I'm gonna have a big jump at the end. You gotta jump over.
Yeah, dude, that sounds like the funnest thing to do. We talked about it before, just doing like a competition where like me, you, Tyler, maybe like a few other people just have like a set amount, like $2,500, and we got to build something that. And Cletus has done it before with the boats.
Yeah.
We need to do that with cars, but like we need
Corvette Museum does King of the Heat.
King of the Heat. Yeah, but that's more like I want to do something like really like out there, like
Yeah.
redneck. Like,
One of Jacob's buddy was supposed to, and Jacob was like, "I'll enter in the Ranger, dog. I'll do
yeah,
it." And
that is a good
he was
platform.
about it. He was gonna do it.
Just have like a dirt race, an
I mean,
off-road
We
race.
do that at Jacob's house all the time with his shit boxes. We don't even need a track.
Yeah, but that's the funny thing about it. We could get to the point where the last thing's a demolition derby. That way
Yeah.
we just, it's like don't even matter at the end.
Jacob's van had that recliner in the back. You just ride in that while we're going down this hill and booking it. Like, you're about to flip the thing. That seat ain't even mounted, dog. It's just rolling around back there.
It's like that game Surgeon Simulator on the level where you're in the ambulance
Yeah.
and stuff's just going out the back.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it's like going down the road in it. And we got pulled over in it. It looked like a redneck had lost his lottery earnings. Is what that was.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it looks like after you lose all your earnings. That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
you live in.
Oh yeah, all you got left's a van and a recliner, maybe a cooler too.
I can't believe that. We got pulled over. That cop said, "Is that a recliner?"
Yeah.
He shining his light through. He just did a double take.
Yeah.
He couldn't believe it.
Like with him being as young, that's probably the craziest thing
Yeah.
he's seen in his career so far.
He's like, "Y'all gotta be drunk or high, dog." I was like, "Nah, dude, we're just having fun. We're just some good old boys."
Just some good old boys. I swear. Man, that is kind of peak redneck ability right there. Just like that'd be cool too to have like a racing seat in it and everything. That guy that used to work,
Sparko.
yeah, that guy that used to work at MCR, he had that Sparko hooked up to that pallet that he
That's
did.
a sled machine, dude.
Yeah.
When it snowed out, you just tie that to his Colorado and go out there and cut some donuts.
I mean, Sparko itself would have made a good sled just how slick it is.
Yeah.
Just hold on. It's like the inner tube people that do that on the
Yeah.
lake, but with the Sparko seat.
Yeah, that's Sparko. That ain't got no padding, though. That's going to hurt.
You can buy the padded one. More
Dude,
expensive.
that padding don't even help, I feel like.
Really?
I couldn't do one of those bare metal seats.
Have you sat in one with the padding
Yeah.
before?
I've drove a few cars.
Don't
with
make that much difference.
I'm not too
Padding's
big on it.
expensive,
I'd rather
too.
have a fully cushioned seat with actual cushions.
Yeah, you're like doubling the price if you do the padded version because I think the seat by
That's
itself's
just what
like,
I want.
huh?
That's just what I'd want. If I had if I was a redneck and I had an S10 in the field and I won some money and threw a twin turbo Steve Morse engine in it, I'd
Yeah.
probably just throw a light seat in there.
I could see that. I don't know. I definitely would do the John boat thing. That's just too good. That's
I'd
way too
put a
good.
John boat on a John boat.
A stacker?
Yeah, I'd stack them up. Then I have two engines off the side of one, and have like a rig that lowers them in. So I got triple the power of one.
I don't know. But at the same time, too, you're talking about gotten money. If you have money, you ain't LS swapping nothing. You're LT swapping stuff.
Nah, I'm big block.
You still, oh, yeah, 632.
Boosted big block.
I don't know what it's been about here lately, but I've been wanting a 632 so bad just because it's just like, it's the latest
I don't
and
even know if
greatest.
you need to boost one of them. I mean, that
Dude,
1,000
Dallas-
boxes, that's plenty.
Yeah, crank too. Like,
Yeah.
golly, that's making some numbers, dude. You just imagine that in like an
At least
S10.
900 wheel, I mean, in anything just about with that. So
Ever since I seen your C10, like here lately, I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, a 632 would be so baller in there.
yeah,
like,
it would. It'd fit right in there too.
plenty of room, plenty
They
of
got the
room.
big block motor mounts and everything.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, it's the same mounts. It just moves up on the K member.
Oh, I see.
It was in that position when I bought it. So I guess someone had a big block in it because I went to put my engine in. I'm like, what ain't lining up here?
Yeah.
I was like a redneck who won the lottery. I was like, why ain't it fitting? I can't get it.
That's when it's time to get the cutoff wheel out.
Yeah.
Get the cutoff wheel in the welder.
Start cutting.
That,
It ain't
that,
fitting.
that was me trying to get those headers to fit last night. I'm like, you're gonna fit. You don't understand.
The hammer had to come out.
Oh, it was about to. If I seen I was hitting oil filter, I'm like, okay, we need to just step back for a second. I ain't trying to lose, 6 quarts of break-in oil.
Yeah.
But man, if it had any other oil in there, I was beating that in there no matter what.
You can beat it to fit.
I don't think them are fitting. It's just I don't know. Those being long tube, they're so long. Like I've got to have that car in like the air just about to fit them through the bottom. Like I had that jack maxed out and it was still wasn't going up
Yeah,
in
a
there.
block of wood too.
I need to. That's next step for sure is getting a block of wood
Need
up
like
in there.
a 4x4.
Yeah,
Not no 2x4. You got the 4x4.
4x4. You gotta have the post.
Yeah, it is a post.
I mean, I guess we can talk a little bit about the cars and coffee because I'm sure we won't have very much time with the bracket.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. So I woke up early for that though, man.
Yeah.
That was.
I was dog tired by the end of the day.
I went to Gunner's house. Like I woke up at like 4 something.
That's
dude,
what time I woke up. 4:30.
4:50 or 5. Like had to go get Gunner, and then we was late there, of course. I don't think we were real late though, but
No, I mean I don't think anybody had their food. No, we met at Waffle House at 6:30. 6:30. Yeah.
yep,
Man, we were mobbing out the whole way there, and there was
yeah,
10 cars at that waffle. And you imagine, I don't think there's any big Waffle House. I think they're all the same size.
yeah.
You imagine 10 cars worth of people, plus each car probably had 2 people in it. There's a lot of people
Oh
there with
yeah,
their women, their friends.
about everyone had 2 people, just about.
Yeah, except for me. I didn't. It was just me.
That whole side of that Waffle House was filled up. There's just the front seating was all there was left.
Did you hear the old guys complaining?
No, were they
Yeah,
complaining?
I knew it was going to happen too. I called my coworker. He's like, dude, all the peepaws are going to be in there getting their pancakes and their coffee on a Saturday morning. They're going to be like, what's going on? That's what it was like. He was like, which I was sitting, I listen in kind of close, but I heard a guy go, he's like, well, I ain't got my food yet. All these young guys in here. What are they doing here? He was mad.
What do we got to do with that? Come on now.
Yeah, like, it's the weekend. Like, come on, man. Yeah, we were 10 cars deep at Waffle House and then rolled out, got on 65 and headed there to the Corvette Museum for the cars and coffee. And man, we got behind the pack, but they were mobbing out hard in the front.
I couldn't believe the EcoBoost and the V6, all of them. Like Chris from Parts, he's like 50 or 60.
Yeah.
He's in the EcoBoost just getting it, dude, doing like 110. I didn't even know those things could go that fast from factory. I thought they had Governor.
Yeah, Governor's at like 100 or 90.
I figured it was at like 95.
Mm-hmm. Man, it's just being in a car community like that. It don't matter. It just brings the spirit out in you.
Yeah, and a good community. That's what we need around here. We don't need no toxic car community or nothing.
Yeah. That is what kind of sucked, We did kind of stick to our own group, but like, man, there's just no crossover with the young guys. It kind of sucks. But
yeah, I know. It's like at least most of the people in the Glasgow scene, it don't seem like they're anyone just the way they act, I don't know. I just couldn't really merge into their group.
Yeah.
It just wasn't for me.
I try to talk, and be nice, and I'm not going to.
I still talk to them, but I don't think I would want to hang out with them a whole lot myself.
Yeah. I mean, they were open. I mean, anybody was open to join our little meetup at Waffle House. I hope maybe we can get a bigger group next time. That was a lot of fun.
Hopefully we can. That was fun.
Yeah, we met there were some cool people at the Cars and Coffee. That old guy was talking about that Grand National. That was really cool.
Oh, the Trans Am with the 3.8?
Yeah.
One of 1556.
I don't think I got a picture of that guy's car, which it was, it wasn't nothing special, but
had
still.
Special heads on it.
Cool guy.
I'm guessing those were the only cast for that car, those heads on that car.
Really? I didn't see.
They had to be taller to fit through the, I don't know what you call it, the tunnel for the engine and between the frame rails.
Yeah. I missed out on some conversation there, but that Corvette guy was pretty cool too. The guy with the C8 that we thought was an E-Ray.
Yeah.
That thing was dead
Man,
quiet.
was.
Like it just gravel crunching like a Tesla almost.
Pretty much. I didn't hear it at all. I was like, that gotta be E-Ray.
Mm-hmm. And it debadged too. Like it just fit the description of a car that was like not fully out. Like just somebody works there was driving it. But I guess that guy did like a Jake Snake style work, didn't he? Like
he
brand
did
new
the
Corvette.
paint protection film and all that on new Corvettes.
Yeah, I wonder if he's the only one that does that roof cover like that. That's really popular in almost all sports cars now.
Roof cover?
Yeah, the T-top is a different color than the rest of the car.
Oh, well,
How you had a black roof, yeah.
I don't know, because I know Rudy's, they're right down the road from there.
They do it too.
They do paint protection film and stuff of that nature, so I would say they do that.
That's super common on
I've
those
worked
vets.
with them, through MCR.
Yeah. I guess that's kind of the vet equivalent to, our muscle car, like Mustangs, Camaros, doing the black hood, the different color hood.
Yeah,
but that's the Corvette equivalent. I like that a lot better, in my opinion.
I do too.
I've never been super big on different color hood. It just looks, I like to have like all one color. I'm not big on two-tone or like, random part. I get if it's carbon fiber, but.
Some cars, some not.
Yeah.
The Camaro I'm kind of indifferent on, because I did want to wrap mine black, but.
Yeah.
Probably not gonna, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, the Corvette, I like the roof way better. It just pops for me. It's not, don't pop. It's just like, it's so subtle. It's subtle, and I like that. It's out of the way.
Yeah, I don't like the paint match roof myself either. I like the clear top.
It's almost weird to see one that is paint matched now.
It is.
You see them so common.
C6s are like that, and people wrap them.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like having the C6 headlights not paint matched on the inside of the headlight.
I couldn't imagine that. Like, I wouldn't even want black. I'd want it paint matched.
Yeah, it looks so, especially the red ones, dude. I don't know what it is about the red and the yellow. They just look so good paint matched.
White ones.
White ones, too.
Those look so good.
The black ones, it's just kind of like, it's whatever. You can't really tell. But, man, if you have a colored car, it looks so good.
Yeah. That's just like the coolest detail they added to the Corvette.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still like pop-ups better. I'm C5 guy at heart, I think.
I don't know. I really like C7. C7 and C6, especially C6. But also C7 in a C6 is really neat to see too, which that's what everybody does. But what I dislike insanely bad is whenever someone tries to put regular headlights in a C5 because it has that weird like notch in it. It just looks so weird. I'm not. That almost ruins a C5 for me.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of rednecks in this area, they're like, I'm going to go get me a new Corvette when I win the lottery.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, looping back to that, dude. Haney, guy that works out there, he can vouch for, like, it seems every time somebody gets a hold of one and, like, they don't know anything about it, they just butcher it. Like, the tune, everything about the car is just butchered.
Like
the wiring.
Irreversible damage to the chassis.
Yeah, okay. What about vet carts?
Yeah, that is the redneck thing to do.
I hate it.
The only time I'm a fan is if you have a car that has no panels already, or like they're just trashed and maybe a little frame damage.
Been in a wreck.
Take it off, and you gotta just do what you gotta do to fix it at that point.
Yeah, but if you're intentionally doing irreversible damage, no.
Yeah, if it's a low mileage like car that someone would buy, like I just wouldn't do that myself.
Even cutting the hood in that Z06 you did like not too long ago, man, that sucks. Like 46,000 miles, I cut a hole in the hood for that high rise.
And in the air dam for the
and no windshield wiper.
no windshield wipers at all, no arms, nothing.
But yeah, I wanted to get back to vet carts. I will admit, I mean, Cletus's is cool. We all like Cletus's. I mean, maybe not all, but you know, it's a cool car. It was done. If you don't know, his was wrecked. So like the rear subframe, I was pretty sure was already gone before he even owned it. I think the previous owner cut it off and tried to repair it, but you know, there ain't no repairing that. So I kind of understand that, but man, the full butchery I've been seeing here lately is insane. Like, I hate it. And so many people are just doing it to copy him.
Yeah, there's a lot more people doing it nowadays too, and it's definitely an attention grabber. I mean, you can't deny that. I think it's cool. Like, I think what I would do if I was to get a vet card is I'd do the Hoopty Challenge. And I would throw 35s, 33s on it and off-road it at LS Fest.
Yeah, that's cool. At that point, it's a rail buggy.
Yeah, I think someone did that with a C6 last year, and that was really cool.
Yeah, I agree with you. But making a street car out of it, man, it's just do something different. You're copying Cletus. Just say it.
Like, I would cart something else, I feel like maybe an F-body.
Miata?
Like a fourth-gen Camaro. Like,
yeah.
I feel like that'd be cool to make a cart.
That'd be a weird-looking cart with that long nose on the front. That'd look really weird.
I feel like you could do something cool with the bracing and the like tubular front end. You could do something cool there, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah, the vet carts, I'm glad I remembered that because it's, that sucks.
Back half in a truck.
Back half in a truck. You know, I would really want to do the back half to like what is it, a Nissan hardbody. I want to do one so bad. There's one on Instagram I'm obsessed with right now. I don't even care if it's got stock motor, stock everything. I just want to back half it just for that exo frame in the back, the big spoiler. Golly. Because at that point, your truck don't weigh anything anyway, so it's not like you need anything with more power. You're just going to break loose everywhere you go.
Yeah. So. I would like to do that to my C10 at some point.
What, back half it?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing.
That's always been the plan with that old truck. You just do like cantilever, C-notch, you know.
Tub it out if you don't do that.
Tub, you know, raised wood bed.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. But, yeah, I guess with that being said, we can throw it to our gaming topic. We'll just throw it right into it without doing a break. So we wanted to talk about mobile games. You know, we might have touched on it before, but we kind of wanted to talk about it more broadly, like how inclusive mobile games are. I mean, we've all got iPhones. We all got smartphones for the most part, and you know, we all be gaming on there. You know, even if you don't like video games,
pass the time a little bit. You know, sometimes at work or you know, everyone's always on their phone at some point.
Yeah, and kind of games have gone like crazy compared to like we were talking about the topic, and it's like. You got a game like Hill Climb, or, I mean, even simpler than that, Paper Toss, where you're just literally throwing a ball into a trash can back in, like, God, and this is how long?
2008.
Like, iPod, whenever the iPod came out, pretty much.
I had it on my first iPod, I remember.
Yeah, and if you jump forward all the way to now, we got, like, COD Mobile. I've played so much COD Mobile. I would say I had more fun playing COD Mobile than I did like most of the new CODs. Really,
yeah. My sister plays COD Mobile.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's awesome. She don't even play video games. She plays COD Mobile. That's what I'm saying. It just includes anybody. It just passes the time.
She'd start getting mad at too. I remember like we'd be sitting, you know, our family watching TV. She'd be playing on it.
That
That's
is so
funny.
funny. I had no idea about that. Even PUBG too. I enjoyed
Yeah,
PUBG Mobile way more than I enjoyed console. Like PUBG
it's like
Mobile, it's
console
what? PUBG?
PUBG.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's on Game Pass and everything else.
Man, that game fell off though. That's one of the craziest. See, I feel like them going to mobile is probably one of the best things they ever did though.
Dude, we had so much fun. Like we had like hour-long lunch breaks on nights, so it's like we just jump in a PUBG match, try to get a
Yeah.
winner, dude. My boss would be like, "Hey, you ready to go get a winner?" I'm like, "Yes, sir. Let's go."
Yes, sir.
And it was so much easier too. I feel like the God console's insanely hard. It's so sweaty.
Is it?
Yeah, like not console, but like PC.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what I
PC
mean
is
by
pretty
PC.
sweaty.
Yeah, like immediately, like somebody's already killed you before you even know that they're there. And
Yeah.
man, it wasn't hard to do good on PUBG Mobile, like at all. Same
Yeah.
thing with COD Mobile. I mean, COD Mobile, my KD's probably like what yours is on like Black Ops 2. Like it's
Huh.
probably like super positive. I think it's because they mostly filled the games with bots, but every now and again you'd get in there with a good guy, and even though I'd still like slap him around, like I was
Yeah.
really, really good. I played every night, so naturally I got really good at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can kind of walk it back to the timeline. And like
Angry
you said,
Birds.
Angry Birds, dude. Angry Birds, that's like an evergreen game. Like it just,
I think everyone has played it.
that's like Candy Crush.
Yeah.
Everybody's played Candy
God,
Crush.
I didn't even think about Candy Crush. I don't know. Dude, some people just take that game to like I don't even understand.
My mom's like in the thousands.
It just blows my mind. It's like I didn't know someone could play that much on that. Like I play games a lot, but I just never knew it, like the mobile game went that deep. You know, like
Yeah,
dang.
dude, my mom got to the point to where there wasn't no more levels. She had to wait for more levels to come out on Candy
She's
Crush.
a queen of Candy Crush.
I don't know what happened, man. She just got in the hole like playing Candy Crush. Like every time she'd be like crushing candy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I played my fair share too. I think not long ago, whenever the tornadoes hit Bowling Green, we were
Yeah.
in the bathrooms for like probably an hour, like just waiting. And I'm like, I just need something to play. And I downloaded Candy Crush, and I was sitting there just crushing candy. I mean, I got up there too. I think I'm level like somewhere in the hundreds. I mean, it's just one of those games that you've had for so long. It's just like
Yeah.
naturally get to a high level, I guess.
Man, there's so many games. I can't even remember them all. I'm sure. Doodle Jump,
Doodle Jump. What about Hill Climb?
Hill Climb, of course. That's probably ones I played the most.
Yeah.
I remember in high school, it was like you gotta get the last car. Like
Yep.
you gotta get everything maxed out.
I mean, you never did ride the school bus, but like for me, I had like dang near an hour school
I
bus
did
ride
in middle
home.
school, and we played. Oh, what was it called? It was Infinity Blade. It
Infinity
was
Blade.
like Skyrim or something. It had a quest.
Really?
You had opponents you had to face. Yeah, you get.
What year
gear.
was this?
It was in middle school, so like 2012 or. Dude, me and Chris Rigg, we
Burned it up.
We played that game. They had 3 of them. I got to go back and look. It was crazy because you could do it on different difficulties, and it was RNG on the loot you would get. It's kind of like Destiny and Skyrim had like the loot system of Destiny and Skyrim.
Uh-huh.
Skyrim like kind of feel.
Yeah.
Had a baby. It is crazy.
Well, speaking of that time, what about creeping on into high school? What about 8-ball pool?
Man, 8-ball was.
Dude,
You
8-ball.
had to win 8-ball.
Yeah.
If you didn't play pool at Ralphie's, you were playing 8-ball.
Yeah. At school, playing 8-ball on phone. And at Ralphie's, playing 8-ball in person.
Yeah. It's like, you know what? Talking about 8-ball in person, I feel like everyone thought they were so good at pool in person, but we all sucked. Like,
Yeah.
we were not good.
Yeah. Like, one of our dads, like, comes in and just smacks everybody
Oh, yeah.
there. Like,
I remember Dean, he'd just always be like, man, I will beat y'all in some pool.
that's Dean. He's good at everything,
Yeah,
according to
he
him.
is.
Yeah, also in high school, I guess we kind of all got into Clash of Clans.
I
Which,
got into it in middle school.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I think I did too. And then high school, everybody like started a clan, and that's
See,
kind
I
of
stopped playing in high school.
really.
Yep. I got Town Hall at 7 or 8 and quit.
Well, it's funny now because we're revisiting it. I played it religiously last year, and then what we did was my whole work we all got in a clan together, and whenever you got like 10 guys in a clan, you do clan wars, and it's pretty fun. Well, I moved
Yeah.
jobs, and we all kind of quit playing, but now that I'm back, we all started the clan back up, and man, it's so much fun. Like, we're all at break, like, strategizing, like, you gonna attack, man? Like, yeah, like, I'm gonna make this army. Won't you donate me some troops? when does that put Royale coming out then? Because you're way
It came
bigger
out
than
in
it.
high school. I remember in junior year, I played the crap out of it, and it had been out for maybe a few years before that.
Really?
Yeah, it probably been out 2 or 3 years before that. So it came out like right when we got in high school, like 2016, 2015.
Uh-huh.
And man, that's probably my favorite mobile game of all time.
Really?
Yeah, I play the crap out of it.
You know, I've noticed that if I play it for like, I don't know, a few hours, like maybe an hour or two, I'll get really good. And if I play it consistently, like day after day, I'll stay pretty good at it. But
Yeah.
man, if I take like one or 2 days off, I lose my whole like strategy. Like I
Yeah.
just get dookied on. Like you really gotta stay up with that
Yeah, there's
strategy.
a lot of strategy to it, is what I like about it.
Yeah, I can tell whenever I'm against a bot because I'll usually win. They usually use about the same strategies every time. You probably don't run into bots
I
at your.
never played a bot in years.
Really?
I haven't played a bot since, I first got it.
Well, I mean, everybody at your rank, I guess, is they can't afford to let you lose with how high up you are.
I'm not too high in trophies. I'm like 2,000 away from max.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll run into a bot like 2 or 3 games in a row, and then it'll be like, all right, here's a real person. It's time for you to lose. Like,
Dang.
oh. I mean, even the bots, sometimes they've got some pretty, I mean, anybody can throw together a strategy that's, if you don't have a counter in your deck, hey, it's going to be a tough battle for you.
I like it. I like strategy. That's what I like mobile games that make you think a little bit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, didn't they release Apex Legends Mobile and then
Yes.
put it back? They got rid of it?
Yeah, we had a whole episode on that back because it wasn't that long ago when it happened that they said, and that was the messed up thing too. That's the main reason we talked about it was all the in-game currency on the mobile did not go anywhere.
It should have went to PC if you had it, or even console.
Something.
Yeah, you should have been able to link your account.
Like, no, your money's gone.
That's one thing I don't like about certain mobile games is it is a cash grab.
Yeah, you can respect that about COD though, because for once they actually let you transfer skins to MW3. As much as we hate that game, you not remember that
Nah.
MW2. If you bought skins
I
in
thought you
MW2,
meant for mobile. I was like,
No.
mobile had a...
no, but you did get to take the skins over. You
Well, it's
probably
the
knew
same game. It
that.
should.
Yeah, but that could have been an easy cash grab for him. Is
Oh, yeah.
what I'm saying. But speaking of strategy games, back in high school, what I was big into, even like I think just growing up in general, tower defense games. I don't know how I never found out about balloons though. You guys were crazy into balloons.
Oh, yeah, man.
I never found out about that until like a few years ago.
I guess we kind of tie this into Flash games a little bit if you wanted.
Flash games?
Yeah, like Balloons Tower Defense was a Flash game on PC first. Like, you had like...
Are you talking about kind of like...
Wheels
Happy Wheels.
Yeah, all those games, the Pizzeria, Papa's Pizzeria.
Oh my God, don't get me started.
Those games kind of brought in... Because those were like mobile games just on computer, really, if you want to think about it.
Yeah, they were. I mean, they were Adobe games. That's what it was, yeah.
And that could be transferred to a phone, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean... Those games, I still play those games now.
I wonder if they got Happy Wheels on iPhone. I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, did you not know that?
No.
Yeah,
that makes sense. That's
But
something I could see.
sometimes in high school they released it Happy Wheels and phone. It's not as good because you don't have the custom maps.
Yeah.
But it's still fun. Happy Wheels is Happy Wheels.
Yeah, man, I remember playing so much Happy Wheels. That's probably my favorite Flash game of all time.
That's how everybody, for the most part, unless you watched Anesthesia or Amnesia, sorry, got into PewDiePie.
Yeah, man, it's crazy to think of his content back then and how it's just crazy how he grew from that content.
Yeah. You almost got to go back. I want to go back and see how many views he has on that first funny moment montage that I found out about him.
There's no way.
Like, hey, Dad.
Yeah.
Like that original Timmy and Dad thing.
Yeah. God, I bet that's got 1 billion views.
Oh, easily. It's probably got, a few billion, I would say. It's crazy, dude. I mean, that's like an iconic video. That's like a YouTube poop, pretty much. Like, it's that popular.
Much.
It's crazy to think. And getting into that, what about content creators that made a career off mobile games? Like, you watch...
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you watch Clash Royale YouTubers and streamers.
I watch one guy who does Clash, and he does tournaments, and he actually lets you play him, and if you beat him, you win the pass. Or
really? Oh, he's got like a deal with Clash.
If you beat him in a 1v1, you join his clan. He'll make a clan on a new account, and if you beat him, you get the pass Royale.
Wow, really?
Yeah, so
that's
I
pretty
think
cool.
It's pretty cool. So if you're a good player, I think you got opportunity.
I mean, Clash of Clans has esports.
Yeah, I know it does. That's crazy to think about. Clash Royale does too.
Really?
Yeah, they have tournaments.
I've watched. I remember back in high school, I was like, "What esports, dude? They sweat on there like it is crazy."
I can only imagine.
It's like a nation going to war, how they plan
They
the
got
attacks.
a war room over
Yeah.
there, planning out on the table.
I'm gonna go here. I want this here, this here, this here. Like, yeah, it literally looks like how and they even had like in the top corner of how his strategy was gonna go. Like, it was crazy how intense.
Percentage of like, I guess of how likely it is to work.
Yeah. Well, no, it's like how the NFL has like your plays where it shows you, what X line. Yeah, they had that, but like he sent in the strategy he was going to use for them to show on screen. It's kind of crazy.
Wow, that is wild.
Uh-huh.
I never knew it got that in depth.
Oh yeah, it's crazy, dude. Clash goes so deep, and it's kind of crazy. I think they haven't made a Clash 2 yet. For how long it's been out, I think they're just going to keep doing Clash, Clash of Clans, I guess.
They got another mobile game, but it kind of flopped after Royale. It came out.
Oh.
It's like a board game more so than Royale even is. It's like 3 troops on, I don't know how many squares, but you got so many tiles, and they got to interact with the other people. And it's got some troops from Clash Royale and some new ones.
Really?
Yeah, it kind of flopped, though. It seemed kind of cool, but I don't know. I guess it's not as big.
I mean, dude, Supercell's just made so many good games.
Yeah.
Like, I know you're not big into it, but dang, Heyday. It's like Farmville, but it's Supercells. Man, I even got into that. I got into Farmville big time back in the day.
Remember.
Like, I think it was elementary school. I had like a small little laptop. Those Facebook games hit different, dude.
Yeah.
Did you ever play any of those?
No, not really.
Man, I was on all of them. There's like a game before Clash of Clans called Backyard Monsters. Oh man, it was just like it, but it was like with different, characters and stuff. Man, that game was so much fun.
What about like the IO games? Like
Slither IO.
Yeah.
Dude, I had one. Snapchat has it now, but it's like you're like a giant hole, and you get bigger and bigger as you like eat more stuff and get more points. Dude, that game is so much fun. Like, if I'm ever like at a doctor's office or something and I don't have Wi-Fi, I'm like, that's it.
What about Plague Incorporated? That's one of the most OG phone games.
Yeah, that game.
That was so hard to beat. One of the levels for me was so hard to beat. The fungus or one of them.
Yeah, because the humans would start generating a cure, and it's like it's GG.
It's
over.
Always GG. That was one of the coolest games. Like,
yeah, in depth, like really in depth.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of cool to think of it that way. I mean, it's horrible because it's a disease that's killing. Your job is to kill the human race, but still, it's like it kind of teaches you a little bit, really, like how something can mutate into like a bigger and badder disease.
Like, oh dang, this is how it really works.
Yeah,
teaching me to be a scientist over here.
A chemist. Oh my god, that game
taught me how to use biological warfare on a mobile game. Dude. Like, dang.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trish even got really big in that game because she's in the medical field, so it's like it was just naturally. She's like, "This is the coolest thing ever." Yeah, that. What about she was crazy about a game called like Zombie Farm. You were saying there's a zombie game that you were like really crazy about on mobile.
Yeah, Zombie Gunship. You AC-130, and you just you got your 3 guns, just like AC-130. You got your howitzer, your 25 mil minigun, and your I think it's like a 70 or 90 mil cannon.
Really,
it's so much fun, man. You just had different levels, and you just had to defend them before they got to your bunker. You was like the military, and you had this bunker, and you just gotta defend the zombies from getting there.
What about the OG game that was on iPod, Zombie Highway? Do you remember that game?
Yeah, dude, I played the crap out of that
I think everybody did.
Back when I was in like elementary school, I played that game.
Yeah, dude, that game.
What about Temple Run? We did.
Yeah, Temple Run.
That was one of the most. I don't know someone who didn't play that game.
That's like it's like the Tri-5, like Angry Birds, Temple Run, Zombie Highway, I guess Paper Toss, and throw another one in there. But yeah, Temple Run was like everybody played that game.
I wonder what the record on that game is. It's got to be.
Dude, homie is still running right now.
It ain't done yet.
At this point, it's probably like an AI that automatic. Yeah. It just like scans ahead of the map, and it's just like
I know.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that Mario came to iPhone so late. It came whenever iPhone did like they got into the whole pass system where you paid like Apple Pay, I think, or no, Apple Play maybe.
Yeah,
it's something like that. It's a subscription based to play the games that cost money. This Plague Inc. costed money after a while. It was like $10, but it was worth it. It was a whole game. I paid for it. It's pretty fun. I mean, it's worth it. If a game's worth it, I'll pay for it.
Yeah.
There was. Do you remember the branch off of Angry Birds, Bad Piggies?
No.
Oh my god, that game was so much fun. You had to play
You
as the
do.
pigs, and you got to go get the eggs, but you got to like build these crazy contraptions to like go and get to it. It's kind of like hill climb, but like more creative. Like you got to build the vehicle that you would go and attack
Okay.
with. It was so much fun.
That sounds wild.
Yeah, it was almost like a platformer. I can't believe you never heard of Red Ball. That's crazy, dude.
No, I don't know
That
what that
I would
is.
say that's one of the try fives. Like it was a very, very.
What do you do with it?
It's just a platformer. You got like a forward, a back, and a jump. That's like your controls, and like it's just a platformer game, really.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, it was super basic.
I've never played it.
Did you guys get the iPods in middle school?
From the school?
Uh-huh.
No.
Really? See, our school, we got a grant, and we had iPods, like, whenever they, I mean, I don't think they just came out, but it wasn't far behind if it was in middle school. And I don't remember why, really. I don't know if there was an educational game on there or not, but we were on paper toss.
Yeah.
We were on paper
I can
toss, Angry
imagine.
Birds. Dude, for the longest time, I don't know about you. Did you have an iPod?
Yeah.
Did you ever try to take like the back thing off and think there was like a camera behind it? Dude, I was on one about that. I'm like, there got to be a camera underneath
You're
here.
like thinking there's a government drone watching
I just
you.
wanted a camera. I'm like, I want to take pictures. Like everybody's got the camera iPhone or iPod, and I've just got the regular. I'm like, the camera got to be underneath here, dog. Like,
It's under there, I know.
that's like with cars. Whenever like the RS cars of our cars have the hollowed out spot for the heated seat button, but there's
Yeah.
not actually a button there.
I know there's something there.
Yeah, it's under there. It's got to be. It's hiding. Yeah. There's also cut rope. I didn't play a lot of cut rope.
I didn't either. I played it a few times. There's that one with the alligator too, the pipes.
Where's my water?
Yeah, where's
Game
my
was so
water?
much
That-
fun.
That was a fun game.
It made you think. I love games that made you think just a
Yeah.
little bit. I
It's
like
probably
that a
little
lot.
Healthy for you.
Yeah, like you got to kind of strategize. You got to figure out where gravity goes. Something that Minecraft did not.
Yeah.
Minecraft was a mobile game early on too.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I remember in or even elementary school, dude. I was like, I didn't have a PC or nothing to have Minecraft on. I saw this kid playing. I was like, dude, you gotta show me it.
Yeah, that just goes back to the
I
whole
was like,
thing.
you got games on your phone?
Yeah, you got games on your phone. Yeah, I remember that on the school bus, dude. If you were one of the kids that had an iPod like early on, everybody was like, we were like
Yeah.
about causing a dang wreck because we were all like
Everyone
looking over the
piling
seat.
up.
Yeah, let me watch you do this run. Like everybody like, or no, that makes me think of Mario Kart. Mario Kart, dude, Nintendo really missed out. They could have really had a monopoly if they got on iPhone at the same time as like all these other games did.
Yeah.
Because like I don't know, but you said you rode school bus too. Did everybody on your bus have a Nintendo DS?
So I never was too big into it. I had a
Mm-hmm.
DS, but I never used it a lot. You know what I played on it?
What? COD
Assassin's
Zombies.
Creed.
Assassin's Creed was on Nintendo?
Yeah, dude.
What?
Yeah.
That's a M-rated game. What's it
Dude,
doing on
It's
Nintendo?
on Nintendo.
Which one?
It was like a special one for Nintendo.
Really?
It was like a kind of in between 1 and 2, I guess, because it had Altier.
Oh,
So,
okay. So
It's kind of like number 2, more
Yeah.
so, I guess.
that's crazy. Yeah, dude. I don't know what it was about Allen County, but we all had a DS. It was like if you didn't have a DS, you wasn't very cool. I mean, let's just say.
I had a PSP.
Big shout out to Nintendo games too, because most of those you see, COD Zombies or Black Ops 1, I guess it would have been. The other person also had to have the copy of the game to be able to play multiplayer. See, on like I remember Mario Kart and Super Mario Bros. Maybe not Mario Kart, but I know Super Mario Bros. You didn't have to have another copy for the other person to play.
Really?
I believe so.
That
I could
is
be wrong
cool. I
about
like
that, but yeah.
Cloud play almost.
But yeah, dude, we'd get deep in some Mario Kart games. It'd be like 8 people on the school bus all like
Dang.
play Mario Kart, dude. Yeah,
That sounds fun.
yeah. And a big thing, which I don't know how your middle school was, ours being a lot bigger. Our school, your elementary school is like a bunch of different ones. Ours is all one big one. So the way the school buses would be, we had a humongous parking lot, and all the school buses would park like evenly apart from each other. Like every single school bus in the county would be there just to pick up those kids.
Yeah.
So you remember how we had those chat rooms?
Yeah.
Those would get crazy, bro. Like there'd be some crazy stuff in those chat rooms.
I can imagine. I didn't think about that. There's a lot of people in my elementary school. It is
Yeah.
a big one.
People will be like, "Hey, I'm on bus 68. I'm about to come over there and whoop you."
Dang.
Be like, look out your window, and it'd be like the next bus over there. It'd be like waving and doing stupid stuff.
That's hilarious. That would be so much fun as a kid.
It was kind of scary being like that short, and like you had to like walk through a parking lot looking for your bus. It was kind of crazy. Like now looking back, like how much different our elementary school was
See,
from
we
yours.
just walked out the front door and the buses were lined up all in the
Just
front.
like high school around a bus circle.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, no, ours was in a big parking lot. You had to find your bus, or you
Dang.
didn't get on. But most of the time they were parked in the right spot, but sometimes they wasn't.
Give the kids the responsibility. That's not good.
Yeah. Well, in a way, it does kind of help you in life find your car in a parking
I
lot.
guess so.
Yeah. Got to remember where I parked. Yeah. Dude, it blows my mind how much like elderly people will like get in the wrong cars. My grandma used to do that all the time.
Really?
My mom would take her shopping and it'd be a car that didn't even look like it. It'd just be like the same color and she'd be trying to get into it. My mom would be like, "Mama, it's not the right car."
As many cars that look similar now, I wouldn't doubt that happens a lot more.
What? People trying to get in other people's cars?
Yeah, because there's like so many that are just like all cars are white and black and gray now, and they're they all look the same just about.
Yeah. But yeah, leaping back to our mobile games. I mean, what are some games you play now other than Clash Royale? Is that pretty much it?
Let me look. There's I don't even know the name of it, but one Brady plays a lot that I've been trying to get into. It's called Bonehead. It's like a
Bonehead?
yeah. Other than Clash Royale, Clash of Clans, and the Zombie Gunship, I don't really got any.
Really?
Aside from like everyone had Skyview.
Skyview?
Stars. You look at the stars, you can see where the space station is.
Oh, I didn't care about nothing like that.
Shows you,
I was
all
more
the
into ocean than I
constellations.
really.
Yeah, I was always into space, so I always thought the space apps were pretty cool.
Yeah. What about the flashlight apps? Did you ever have any of those?
Oh, you know what? That reminds me.
What?
And we went to beta in 6th grade, and we all had iPods or
Oh,
iPhones.
you smart kid going to beta.
I went one year, and they did not want me going. That beta teacher hated me.
Really?
She's like, "You better get this signed by your mom." Like, 'cause I barely made it. She just like had an attitude with
Oh
me.
my God.
She didn't like me.
You're just
man.
a kid.
I know, dude. She just had a dude. So many teachers had it out for me in elementary school.
Really?
It just carried over into high school, I guess. But we had those gun games where you had the guns on your phone.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
I know what you're talking about.
Me, Gunner Westmoreland, dude.
Gunner made it to beta too?
Oh yeah,
I'm blown away.
we were in the same hotel room.
Oh
and,
my God.
We had two other buddies. We had one kid named Harvey and John Tyler Decker.
Okay.
And I just remember we were in the room and we were like having a shootout in that sucker, dude.
with the app gun?
And then looking across the hotel room, there's other kids from, because it's state beta.
Yeah.
And there's other kids from the state. We was over there like, we somehow got their number. They put their number down on their window or something.
What
we
in the
started
world?
messaging them.
Oh my God.
And I can't remember. That's crazy. I totally forgot about that until just now. Beta was wild.
Dude, with as much stuff as we did at Skills, we probably shouldn't be allowed back either.
What did we do at Skills? I don't even remember it all.
I may or may not have got dared to moon out the window. Do you not remember that?
No.
Okay. It might have happened.
We need to have a whole episode about school stories.
We had a whole mini-series about it.
Oh, yeah, we did, didn't we?
Yeah, but we didn't really get in-depth on
Man,
our
I just
stories.
forget about so much is the thing.
Yeah. We didn't really get in-depth on our personal stories, though. We more or less just talked about groups. Well, we talked about Dean, of course.
Of course. He's the pinnacle of, Barron County.
Yeah. Or he is our hometown hero.
He is.
Yeah. But, yeah, I guess that kind of wraps up this episode. I just definitely want to go back and thank the Beaver, the Woohoo, everybody for being so hospitable, letting us rent out their studio. It was, man, this has been a blast. We got to definitely do this again.
Yeah, comfy chairs sitting here.
It's strange
Nice
being this
microphone.
professional for sure. But, yeah, and maybe we could work out some guest episodes and a little bit of stuff behind the scenes. But I want to thank you guys for watching the episode. And with that being said, we will catch you in the next one.
Peace.
Peace. All right.